Alright, I've got 3 wishes. I wish for infinite wishes! Damn, I'm good.
Welcome to the horror show. You realize there is nowhere to run. There's no game to fight. Paranoia is getting alive.
Wishmaster. This 1997 effects reel highlight is tons of fun, and that's the way I like it. The plot. After a tragic accident leading to the destruction of a precious rare artifact and Ted Raimi. Who cares? I do! A rare gem inside said artifact is stolen and sold at a pawn shop. Soon after, Alexandra Amberson, played by Tammy Lauren, works on appraising the gem after it's sold to them by the person who buys it from the pawn shop. Make sense? Okay. But after fumbling with it for a bit, she releases an ancient genie demon. Now this Jinn is making his way to Alex while simultaneously granting people's wishes in a twisted and awesome way. Most plots, especially in horror movies, are cause and effect. Something summons a problem, be it a villain issue, etc. The way Wishmaster really excels at this by having a cause and many effects for more than just the main characters. I know you can make the argument that horror movies always have cause and effects. That has been done before, but it is done really well in Wishmaster. Not only does Alex have to deal with the torture of the Jinn, but others near or around her are tormented by this ghastly genie. I think I technically already said that, but oh well. This is not a revolutionary plot, but the way this movie handles the wishes and twists on said wishes is fun as hell. I loved the Jinn, Andrew Divoff. He was the right amount of threatening and fun. Divoff owns this character and makes the very best of every scene he's in. His voice is deep and devious. He is like if the genie decided to turn on Aladdin and turn Babu into that melted corpse of a monkey from The Fly of 1986, and in return for something that Aladdin can eat. That peasant little fucker. What? Oh, moving on. The cast is comprised of a lot of cameos of other horror icons, believe it or not. Kane, Jason Hodder, Robert Freddie England, and Tony Candyman Todd are all visibly present, and we even get a great introduction narrated by Angus Tallman Scrim. Hell, even Reggie Bannister from Phantasm has a great scene in this movie. I never could imagine him being a dick, but he can portray one very well. Buck Flower from They Live, The Fog, and Waxwork 2 Lost in Time, which I recently reviewed, has a small but significant role and he is great as always. One other cameo I want to mention is a non-living one. Pazuzu's statue from The Exorcist is seen in the background, and is too cool for school. When I noticed that, my jaw was agape. The director for this movie, Robert Kurtzman, has worked with K&B Effects, and this was his second film. He'd go on to direct the wonderfully cheesy The Rage, and the underrated Buried Alive. He does a very good job with this film. There's a certain charm that is showcased throughout the film. Definitely an 80s feel. The gore, the effects. Speaking of K&B Effects, they did wonders with this movie. There are tons of creative kills in this film. My favorite being the guarded glass kill. It almost didn't come to fruition, but thankfully Kane Hodder just couldn't keep his mouth shut. We also get a grotesque baby Jinn. A skeleton literally rips its way out of the skin that contains it. The opening and climax are tons of bloody fun, with tons of inventive and gruesome kills. With a $5 million budget and a hard R rating, this film hit all the right beats. While the practical effects are golden, the CGI is decent. Not absolutely terrible for a 90s movie. I've seen, so much worse in the 90s. The musical score, Harry Manfredini, who composed Friday the 13th Parts 1 to 7, 9 to 10, Deep Star 6, The Hills of Ice Part 2, and House 1 to 4, composed the score. There are a whole bunch of elements to the score that are truly Harry Manfredini. The quick violin cues and mystic qualities are what makes this movie sound very interesting. Not one of my favorite 90s musical scores, not even one of my favorite Manfredini scores. Yes, this is very cheesy. Yes, this has some corny lines and dialogue delivery. The music could have been better and maybe even a bit more iconic. However, the practical effects and some of the CGI work are decent to awesome. I liked the characters for what they were, especially the Jinn though, and Robert Englund. All the cameos were cool, and the film just has a nice charm overall. Best Drawn Video put out this beautiful set that contains all 4 films. The first one looks great on Blu-ray, and I can't wait to check the rest out. It is more than worthy of an above decent rating, because it tries to go above and beyond, especially with the special effects. Overall, I give Wishmaster a 3.5 out of 5. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below and to leave comments and subscribe.